Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Listen y'all, I know I'm late. I had some technical difficulties last night. My whole computer shut all the way down, okay? And I can't just pick up my phone and record because I do things a little bit different. So I had to go out, buy a new computer, and we're here now. So child, let's get into it. If we're going to get into it, we'll skip all the other stuff. We are on Encore, Season 1, Episode 4, Questionable Queens. All of these heifers are questionable, okay? And the vocals are too. Let's get into it. So when the episode first opens up, we already know that the girls left the table because everything blow up upshuated, and they had a whole full-on fight with the twins against the table. Okay, because you know how the twins had those two, they're going to take on the world. So Misha was having an argument with the twins. She got upset because they were mad about her not doing the record, but you weren't doing anything, Misha, but down there spoken Virginia Slims. So they were mad about that. She's mad because the twins want to take over, but the twins were actually working, but their delivery sucks. So now we're here with the few girls that are left at the table, right? So Aubrey tells us yet again what the goal is. 9 girls have to be on 3 songs. Okay, girl, we already got it. But what are you doing as queen is the question. So then Shamari is sitting there like, the people that want to work should work. I'm tired of people fussing. I feel like certain people are upset because they didn't get enough shine in their group or they weren't listened to. Not Shamari throwing shade at Misha on the slick, because Shamari, if I'm not mistaken, honey, you were down in the room putting a battery in Misha's back before y'all went to dinner. Okay, letting her know that she should speak up, pipe up, speak her speech about the fact that she was being taken off these songs. So then when y'all got to dinner, everybody was hushed except Misha, and for that, I respect her because she ain't gonna let y'all play in her face, okay? So then Shamari was like, it should be about women's empowerment. I'm ready to work. Are you? She's talking Irish, right? Because it's only like 3 of them left at the table. So then Aubrey was like, after the blow up, I just don't know about being queen. No, Cletus. Honey, you wanted to be queen. So queen it is, honey. This is what queens do, honey. Queen things. So then we see the twins down in the hot tub, and they're talking about they don't know how they became the villains. Well, let's revisit. You came into the house, started saying that your sister just became Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and y'all didn't need this little check because your man has 2 jobs. Shout out to Rochelle over at Everybody Hates Chris. Then you told the girls that they don't have any type of vocals whatsoever. You got off on the side and started having little side conversations with messy Keily, talking about Misha and how her vocals need work, which they do. I'm not taking that from you. Then you basically let all the girls know, look, we can on y'all at any moment. Honey, we can go to Justin Bieber or Ariana Grande, Child the Greats, and just hand them some songs because this is what we do. So that's how you became the villain, girl. What are you saying? So then Fallon was like, I just don't know what it is. So Felicia said, you know what? I think I know. And she was like, what? It's intimidation. I just feel like, Misha is intimidated and she really doesn't want to work with us because she knows she's going to have to work against talent. And, we're very talented. Girl, this is why y'all are the villains, honey. So then Misha is upstairs like, listen, I'm on an 8. I ain't yet at a 10. But these heifers got one more time with me, and then it's going to be on. Because you know how I do, and you know how I flow. Misha said she about that life, honey. And if she's smoking cigarettes instead of singing, she might claw your eyes out. Moving forward. So then they're sitting there, they start talking about Aubrey, right? And they're like, yeah, we peeped Aubrey's little game. We know exactly what she's doing. She's over here. She's talking to these girls, trying to make sure she's good over there. Then she comes and makes sure she's good over here. And, I just feel like Aubrey is playing with us, and I don't like to be played. Well, honey, I peeped that a long time ago. The way she jumped ship on Keily and her lisp. Because when she first came in the house, honey, she was all about Keily. Yeah, the twins, they're terrible. I'm going to rock with you. 2 seconds later, she found out that y'all wanted to do younger music and that your vocals were okay. Okay, and then she wanted to be over there with y'all. So whatever, girl. And then they were like, yeah, she wanted to be with the talented sisters. Stop it. This is the problem that we're having from you. Stop, girls. Just stop. So then they say, and she needs vocal training. Well, honey, I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing, honey, because y'all was just hyping her up, honey. So I wasn't going to say nothing. But, the twins going to tell the truth if they don't do nothing else, okay? Their delivery sucks. But, at the same time, Aubrey's a little pitchy, okay? So, child, that's just what's going on. So they were like, and moving forward, she's out. Honey, not moving forward. So Aubrey is upstairs talking mess to Elijah. Why he's in this junky room with them is beyond me. And why y'all got this room looking like y'all have lived here for 40 years is beyond me. Like, why is all this stuff up here? And I know it's got to have a stench because of the way it looks. Child, so he's sitting up there talking to her. And he's like, listen. She's like, look, the girls would have an F basically on their report card for plays well with others. And yeah, these heifers are all about themselves. The twins, they're acting like they're the only ones that can be on records. He's like, well, you and the twins, yeah, y'all were meshing well. Everything was all good about a week ago. So then she was like, yeah, but the twins, they don't produce records like I like to produce records. Aubrey, honey, Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, he picked you up amongst thousands of girls, pieced you together with another group of girls, and y'all became Danity Kane. So don't act like you just been in the studio and just been doing it for years, honey. Don't act like you Shaka Khan. Girl, get the records sound good. And I don't see the problem with them. And I bet you won't say it to their face. So then Elijah was like, but do you trust me? She's like, see, that's the thing. The twins have already told me, hey, Elijah knows when we go in there. He knows what we do. He knows what we bring, and he knows to step aside. So Elijah was like, but I write number ones. And she was like, well, they will say the same thing as well. And, so he was like, well, I'm not about to go through this whole whose peen is bigger because, in terms of success, they've had the least amount. Oh, my God. Baby, Cisco done shaded the girls. Baby, it's a palm tree. Aubrey said, okay, but that's my point. Ooh, child, I fell out when he said in terms of success, they've had the least. Because let them tell it, none of y'all can touch anything that they have done. So then Irish is standing outside saying, I have a special, feeling for Aubrey. It's something about her that just draws me to her and our hearts connect. And she's like my twin. I know you miss your twin. I know you do, so I'm not going to be too hard on you. But please do not adopt Aubrey, honey. And if you do, honey, it's got to be fraternal twins because I'm not seeing no kind of way that y'all are anything alike. She's like, you're my fave. And then Aubrey's like, you're my fave. If we were gay. Okay, stop right there, honey. Y'all better not let Pam hear that. Or it would be on, child. Pam would leave on the first thing smoking. Y'all better not let Pam hear that. Child, please don't start that. So one of the twins are downstairs, right? Talking to Keily. And she's like, yeah, you need to have a talk with Aubrey. Why does she need to talk to Aubrey? Why? Y'all just started mess, honey. So then Irish is like, in her confessional, she's like, yeah, it's #facts that Keely starts little fires everywhere. Basically, she didn't say it like that, but I'm zhuzhing it up. She said, Keely go from girl to girl, starts a mess, and then comes back and smiles like she's done nothing. Now, that is the truth, because Keely did do that a few episodes ago. But girls, please stop speaking like you on Twitter, talking about some #facts. So then Keely said to the twin, I hadn't talked to Aubrey for years before this show. And then all of a sudden she just called me out of the blue and she's like, hi, baby. Well, child, Aubrey hears this, honey. And those Danity Kane days came back quick. Do y'all hear me? Child, she ran up on Keely. She's like, B, don't talk behind my back. I have directed this whole show. You've done nothing. You're just a messy ass bitch. I'm like, oh, child, honey, they finna get into it as they get into it. She's like, don't you talk behind my back. I did your job. What have you done? And she's like, you don't do anything. You didn't do anything to creative direct or the title that you gave yourself, honey. And I'm doing air quotes, okay? So as she's going off on her, I'm thinking to myself, Kaylee, you just gonna let Aubrey talk to you like this? So Aubrey sat there and went off on this girl, and Keely let her commence to dragging her, right? But my thing is this, Keely's not a fighter, honey. She's a starter. She likes to start mess and then hide somewhere behind the internets and go and have these little interviews claiming how she didn't do this, that, and the third, right? So Aubrey is steady going off. None of the girls are saying anything. And afterwards, Keely just smiled. I'm like, girl, if you don't pipe up, child, she better than me, honey, because I would have gathered Aubrey. Do y'all hear me? Let me tell y'all something. I don't cuss on these reviews, honey, but I'll light your ass up in real life. I'm just saying, child, honey, not you gonna sit there and just let her. So then Shamari in her confessional talking about the point of the queen is to have order and structure, and Aubrey's not doing that. Well, girl, we don't care, honey, because y'all voted her, okay? So then here go Nivea. Girl, I know that's right, because Nivea thinking the same thing as me, honey, couldn't be me. So then Keily looks at the twin, right? And she's like, she just legit told me to shut the F up. It's crazy. Girl. Child, all of them a little off. Yes, it is crazy. Whoa, dude, it's crazy. Girl, go sit down. So then Sita shows up because these heifers tripping, and she wants to know what's happening. Y'all supposed to be a super group. Y'all are supposed to be working together. What are you doing? So, of course, none of them have an explanation. Shamari tried to say a few words, honey, but we don't want to hear it. So then Shamari was like, people are feeling unappreciated. Shout out to the Sheriff's twins once again. So Sita said, look, if y'all can't agree on something, then the queen is going to have the final word. And if you don't like the word that's being had, then you can vote for another queen. So Aubrey said in her confessional, they just need to listen to me. Miss Muppet, no, they don't, honey. You can't be trusted. So Sita said, y'all need to come up with a name that will represent y'all like the bad bitches that you are. Please don't say bad bitch. Pam gonna be like, I'm no longer a bad bitch. I've been there. I've done that. God said otherwise. I can't be a part of the name of the group. So please do not say bad bitch. Like, we got to be very careful and very particular about the words that we choose in the presence of Pam. Child, so then Keely said, the name don't even matter. It's the record. Child, just put little in front of it like everybody else do, or brat behind it, or Asian or something. You know how they do, child. Little girl group, or little mamas. Honey, little mama already taken, but just put little in front of it. That's what everybody else doing. So the twins feel that they need to talk to Misha because they want to get some things settled, right? And they want to extend an olive branch. So they go over to her room, right? So they knocking. Boom, 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 boom. She like, who is it? They're like, it's Fallon and Felicia. And child, she in there laying down. Let me tell y'all something. These ladies gonna take a nap if they don't do nothing else. So Fallon and Felicia go in. They sit down with Misha. And they're like, look, we really think you're an amazing talent. We really think you're talented. We want to work with you. And we feel like if we can get past all of this, then we can really do something great. And we apologize. And we want all of us to shine, right? And so then Misha's like, yeah, me too. And so then after that, they basically apologized to each other. Misha was like, I was really just in awe that I got to even work with y'all. I was very excited, and I apologize for going off on y'all as well. And this is my thing. I just feel like Misha just wants to be accepted. Okay. But I mean, I'm happy that the twins were the bigger people and went to Misha's room and tried to smooth things over. But I feel like there's always some kind of hidden agenda. But for the time being, I appreciated it, okay? Because I still saw y'all side-eyeing her when she was in that booth. But that's neither here nor there. But Misha girl, honey, I don't know what's going on with the lashes or whatever. But where's your lash glue? Honey, that lash is hanging on like y'all hanging on to y'all past fame, honey. You need to get that lash glue and get that lash together. It's too heavy. So then they're like, listen, we don't know where she fits vocally. That's all we were saying, but it's not like we don't want her to be a part of the group. That's not it. We're just trying to figure out where her voice fits. Okay, I'll take that. But y'all need to make sure y'all articulate that a little bit better instead of making people feel down about themselves, okay? Because, Misha is very sensitive. She hasn't been in the spotlight for some time, so you got to handle her with kid gloves. And Misha, let them cigarettes go and pick that lash glue up. Moving forward. So the ladies go down to the studio, right? Basically, it's just Pam and Felicia at first, and they're down there. So Pam starts singing this little tune, right? She's like, you are the God of heaven. I'm like, okay, take them to church. Creator of all the earth. I'm like, okay, I like it. I might have got the tune wrong, honey, but that's the way I would have sung, honey. I would have went up just a little bit. So Felicia said, oh, I love it already. Let me tell y'all something. They respect Pam. They respect Pam. So church song it is. So Felicia starts doing some mixing, trying to get the melodies together. And then all the girls start coming down. And I'm like, this is beautiful. This is like, when everybody's called to come to the altar at church. Child, the music is playing. Everybody's coming down. So all of them get to the booth, right? And as they're singing, y'all, all I could think of is, we are the world. children. That's all I could think of. Because, they all had a little part. Some of them were singing really high. Some of them were singing really low. And I didn't know exactly how it was going to work out. But, honey, shout out to MJ and them. But it was a beautiful song. But to me, it's so drastically different from the other vibe that it just doesn't seem cohesive. But note that it was the only song that was finished. Because G.O.D. gonna shine, whether the people want him to shine or not. So Felicia said, Pam is like the mother of the house. She has these demons. She wants to bring love and light to the situation. And I am here for it. So then Misha shows up and she gets in the booth. And she's like, you are the God of heaven. I'm like, okay, Misha, honey, getting a little confidence, feeling like the girls ain't talking behind your back. Okay, so she showed up and she did fine. Child. So her voice is actually not bad. This is the thing. Misha just needs some vocal training and some fine tuning. If we can get her to do a little me, and, just warm up her vocals beforehand, then I think we'll be fine with Misha. So Aubrey said, yeah, as for me and mine, honey, they ain't gonna rock with this. And I'm tired of being bored. Hush, you little heathen. Child, you should be. She's like, I'm just exhausted from being bored. You should be exhausted from wearing this waist trainer in this confessional underneath this little half crop top. You think I ain't noticed, honey? You ain't fooling me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Child, go on, honey. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey, and now she want to let all of us know that her team and her people and her fans won't let. What fans? When's the last time you put out some music? Child, if you don't leave Pam alone and let her sing, child. Pam's like, listen, y'all, I'm just happy I got to sing from my heart. I've been a liar. I've been a manipulator. And, I just was wondering, like, asking God, like, how could you still love me? How could you still choose me? Baby, that was beautiful. Pam, listen to me. That was beautiful. When I tell y'all I shed a tear, because, it just really makes you think, of all the things that you've done in the world. People will turn their back on you. They will condemn you. But God, honey, he got your back. Okay? I'm just saying, he has your back. So then we see Aubrey saying whatever it is that she's saying. And then we see Keily in the confessional. She's like, yes, Aubrey has convinced everyone that she should be queen, but once they realize she's just gassing them, that they'll see the person that she really is. And then they'll see who does all the work and where the work is. And that is me. Keily, you've actually done nothing yet, sweetie. You've done all of nothing, okay? All of nothing. So Keily meets with Aaliyah, who is the choreographer, right? And as she's sitting down, honey, she pulls out this crinkled up piece of paper. She's not there 30 seconds. Here comes Aubrey with this damn Pinterest board. Keely, you want me to cuss out? Or should you? Honey, because, that was rude. I don't care what nobody say, honey. Aubrey just bust up on the scene. Aubrey, the girl is trying to do something. Okay, so you're complaining about her doing nothing, but now she's trying to do something, and then here you come with this board. And who keeps bringing you these boards? Carlos, let me find out. Let me find out you are providing Aubrey with all of these Pinterest boards so that she won't say nothing, honey. Child, so anyway, she comes down and starts talking about what should be done and who should be singing these songs and how this choreography should go for this tune. So Aaliyah said, listen, just tell me what songs are locked in, because once I do the choreography for that, I don't want it to be changed. I want it to stay, right? So Aubrey was like, I think skeletons. And so at this time, the other girls are coming in. And so she's like, yeah, skeletons are locked in. So she's like, well, who's on that song? And so Aubrey said, that'll be me, Fallon, and Felicia. So then all of a sudden, Shamari pipes up. She's like, yeah, I want to be on skeletons too. So Aubrey was like, yeah, I think we're just going to leave it as is, because we don't want anybody to feel like we're being unfair. So the girls were looking like, we're not going to feel like y'all being unfair. She can be on the record. So then Aubrey's like, yeah, now everyone wants to get on the record. This is what she's saying in her confessional, right? But then once this heifer realized she was outnumbered, she was like, oh, okay, so just be on both. Like, you could be on both that and the R&B. And was, honey. Didn't need your approval, honey, and was. Girl, goodbye. So then Aubrey was like, they don't even listen to me as queen. They listened to me more when I wasn't queen. Child, well, y'all don't want to run and get this title, and I'm trying to figure out what do we need a queen for anyway. All of y'all are queens, honey, and y'all right. This is just some old divisive mess. So she getting tired of the girls, okay, because they're getting on her nerves, honey, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. So then Aubrey asks, can I go change my clothes? Because she's trying to step out for a second. Child, she never came back. Fallon was like, girl, you could be on whatever record you want to be on. Honey, y'all so tiring. I don't know who is for who. Just say 1 week y'all all against Keily. The next week y'all all against Aubrey. 1 week y'all all against the twins. Next week y'all gonna be all against Shamari. Honey, the next week y'all gonna be all against Cedar. Child, so anyway. So the girls split up because Aubrey had an idea that one group should be singing, doing the studio time, and the other group should be doing the choreography, right? So they're practicing, and we see Aubrey over there sitting next to Pam. I'm like, child, she in her feelings because they added Shamari. See, now, Aubrey, you cannot be in your feelings because they added Shamari to this song. That needed to be done because, quite frankly, child, I'm going to save that. So they're in the kitchen. Nivea's looking for some peen, honey, and she's looking at this pipe saying that she wants to hump a tree because she hasn't been laid in a while. So many vaginas around. A penis is needed. Child, Nivea is a kiki every episode, ain't she, y'all? While they're downstairs, Aubrey's upstairs catching her Z's, and Shamari was like, Aubrey isn't present. You know, we should have picked another queen. Shamari, I do not want to keep hearing that, okay? Y'all decided that Aubrey, because she brought that board downstairs, was the queen that y'all wanted, so that is the queen that y'all have got. So please, hush. I don't want to hear it no more. Nope, this is what y'all wanted. So she pulled out that board. The thing is, she only pulled out that board to me, to spite Keily. And y'all were sold on it. Granted, Keily had not done anything up until that point and still ain't doing nothing now. I mean, she did try with the choreographer, but Aubrey is not having it. But the gist of it is that y'all should have thought this through, okay? Because y'all chose Aubrey, and so now this is what's happening. So we see Elijah and Cosign go in and talk with the twins, right? He's like, yeah, you know, it was brought to my attention that you were downplaying what I do here and my purpose of being here. So Felicia was like, I would never. And I would never say anything about you. And this is my thing. I feel like they said something about him. They probably wouldn't have a problem saying it to his face. And to me, him going to them like that was a bit unprofessional of him. Listening to that he say, she say from Aubrey and then running it back, I felt like that was unprofessional. But that's just me. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel down below. So they're laying the vocals for the Sunday's Best song, okay? Shout out to BET. And they're waiting on Aubrey to lay her vocals. She's the only one. But the only thing Aubrey is laying is down, honey. Aubrey is upstairs laying down. Sleep, okay? Catching her Z's. So then Elijah goes up there and he's like, hey, you know, you want to sing? You want to come on down? She's like, yeah, sure. So then she comes down. I am nothing. I am nothing. Girl, what are you talking about? And no, you're nothing. Girl, the vocals are nothing. Chelsea and Elijah was like, it's like you're the choir, so just take it. I am nothing. I'm nothing without you. Just keep it one pitch, honey. We're at one octave. Not Aubrey. She can't do that because she got to get all loud and get all hoarse with it. So then Elijah says, yeah, it's just something about her. I'm not feeling the Holy Ghost when I look at her. And won't. Child, you're not going to get the Holy Ghost from the Bride of Chucky. Child, anyway. So then Cinnamon Toast Crunch, she shows up. That's the vocal coach. And about time, girl, hey, honey, all these girls need you. Showing up just sitting around. So they play the song, right? Pam was very proud of them, especially considering them being all R&B. And, you know, they didn't even want to take Ho out of a song. But now that they have, she's very proud that they accomplished something, right? Aubrey is MIA again. Honey, she can just go home. And Pam, I just want to say this song is beautiful, child. So then Cinnamon was like, well, how do the young kids say it, honey? It's fire. I'm like, yes, it is a very beautiful song. How it fits in with what they're doing, I'm not sure, but it is a very beautiful song. So then they play Skeleton. So Cinnamon, she's sitting there, she's listening, and she looks at Shamara. She said, is that you singing? Shamara's like, no, that's Aubrey. And I'm like, oh, it must be a problem. So Cinnamon said, yeah, Aubrey's timing is a bit off. So they want Shamara to take that part. Misha said, well, I don't want to be the girl to take a girl off of the record because I know how that feels, but the timing is a big issue. Misha, honey, pipe down, child. You just got confident enough to come down and belt out a few notes. So please just stay out of this mess. Let the twins and Shamari take care of Aubrey, honey. Please just stay out of it. So they agreed that they had to do what was best for the record. Child, when Aubrey wake up, child, Sleeping Beauty is going to be pissed. Do you hear me? That she done got replaced. Shamari was like, look, I don't want to be the girl stealing other girls' parts. Well, really, technically, you didn't steal it. It was given to you because Fallon and Felicia were the originators of the song, and they're originally on the song, and they feel like you would be a better fit. But child, this is going to be a mess. So Aubrey finally emerges and tells them that they are having a party tonight, right? She's like, yeah, my stomach has really been aching. I've been having problems. Haven't slept in a couple of days. Um, Girl, honey, all we see is you sleeping. You do know you're being recorded, right? Girl, okay, honey, let me find out you're pregnant, because it ain't adding up. Your stomach hurting, you sleeping all day and night, you looking how you looking, so, it could very well be that you're pregnant. I wouldn't put it past you. But child, then she's like, I gave Irish the job. She's going to fill in for me as queen. Here come Keely. Aubrey gave Irish the job because she knows she can manipulate her. Okay, Keely, honey, we got it. So then the party starts, right? So then Nivea comes down with, I think it was Fallon. But honey, Nivea, child, honey, those boobs are doing the wrong thing in that outfit. Now, I like Nivea, but I got to just let my good sis know, because after you have a couple babies, your boobs. Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to the flow? You just want to lift them up. You want to zhuzh them up. So I ain't really like the way the boobs was doing, but it's Nivea. So girl, do your thing. Don't listen to me, child. Don't listen to me. Do your thing. So they get these cards that have little questions on them or whatever, right? And they're having like sort of an icebreaker. But the icebreaker should have been done as soon as you help us hit the house. Why are y'all ice breaking a weekend? But okay, go ahead. So the first question Irish picks up, and she's like, who is your secret celebrity crush? Pam said, Lenny Kravitz. I can see that. I like that. I can see that, Pam. So then Fallon was like, Idris Elba. Honey, yes. Yes for Idris in that accent. Okay, woo. Child, listen. But I heard Idris be treating his women wrong. Honey, y'all been listening to K. Michelle, but K. Michelle always got a story. So we really don't know what's real and what's fake. But K. Michelle said Idris could not be trusted. So then here we go again with Keely. Keely starts in with, I knew Aubrey was not going to show. She's going to flake. I knew it. She's done nothing. It's becoming an obsession at this point, honey. Why you so obsessed with me? Girl, I need to know. Shout out to Mariah. Girl, I don't know if the producers are asking, Keely, can you tell us a little bit more about Aubrey? Tell us a little bit more about Aubrey. So how do you feel about Aubrey? Because this is every 2 seconds. Girl, she doesn't care about any of y'all. She is upstairs sleeping. So anyway, then they asked who should be replaced in the house. And then they take a dramatic commercial break. But when they come back, Misha's like, if they say me, we gonna have some problems in this house. Girl, stop being paranoid. Y'all made up or fake made up. Even fake told each other y'all loved each other, which was a reach. But okay, honey, you're fine. So then Fallon said, you want me to answer it? Because I'll answer it. So she said, our queen should be replaced. Shamari said, why? Shamari, you know why, honey. And so then she's like, she hasn't shown up. She hasn't done anything. So Keely said, Aubrey is an emotional terrorist. Keely need medication. Keely is great for TV. It is really, you know how you just look at somebody and you be like, it's something wrong with her. Like, it's like she carries around pepper spray and just tries to spray people for no particular reason. That's Keely. Honey, so then she said, our queen should be replaced, right? So Irish said, Keely is trying to get Aubrey out and has for a while. Okay. While this is going on, Aubrey is upstairs gossiping to her friend. Honey, if you have all that energy, then you can go downstairs. So they're throwing out these names, right, of what they should name the group, right? So Fallon's like, maybe we should name a revolution. Do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. Honey, shout out to Kurt Franklin. Y'all are singing a gospel song. So revolution could be good. So Nivea gonna say, what about bag of bitches? Not bag of bitches. Oh my God. Child, don't let Nivea do no more talking. So they're trying to come up with a name. And Nivea actually said, we all started something. We're like the blueprint. So why don't we say blueprint? So everybody's like, yeah, I like that. I do like that name. I do like the blueprint. Okay, I like it. So then the queen isn't there to vote. And that is just what Keely needs, honey. So she's like, Aubrey isn't here with her sunshine and rainbows. So she can't do anything. She does nothing but her makeup. Baby, I'm not sure if you've seen Aubrey. Honey, I'm going to have to teach you how to read. Because Aubrey's makeup is a fool, okay? She stays with raccoon eyes, always looking like she just got through crying. So she can't do her makeup either. She's like, all she can do is her makeup. No, she can't. But it was a nice try. Poor little baby. So Aubrey is upstairs and she's like, you know what? I'm just really over these girls and I really just want to go home. And that was the end of the episode. Child, they are fussing, fighting all up and through, but we did get a gospel song done. So maybe this is turning into a gospel album. I'm not sure how we gonna put "You Are the God of Heaven" along with the skeletons in the closet. So I'm just not really sure, but honey, they gonna make it do what it do. So y'all join me back here next week. We gonna talk again about these heifers and see what happens with Aubrey, because it looks like Aubrey has had enough and she's ready to pack her bags and go on back down to wherever it is she came from. But we shall see. Child, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.